Hi! Welcome to the first of many DraconAthon reading vlogs. I'm just opening this up. We just finished our live show for DraconAthon, so it's technically, right now, still July, but we are moving into August. I got to start Blazewrath games. I am super excited for this. We all did sprints on the live show, and you're more than welcome to check that out. I'll put a link up above, but I got to chapter 3 in this, and I'm already pretty invested in some of the characters or future characters. I'll give my initial thoughts later because I need to eat. The live show kind of took it out of me and yeah, kind of resets my brain. A lot of social interaction. I also am going to be starting Shadow of the Gods. This is by John Gwynn, and Beast Warrior by Naoko Uehashi. I don't know which one I'm going to start first because y'all on Instagram currently have me tied 50-50 on those two. So I'm going to let it simmer for a second. I'm gonna go eat and then I'll check in with you guys later. But happy DraconAthon! Welcome to August. I have eaten, I have replenished. I'm outside because the sun is not out right now and it has been so hot here. Anytime the sun is not out, I am just journeying outside. But anyway, I did want to catch my first thoughts on Blazewrath games because I'm really excited for this book, and it is our group book. Blazewrath games. There are dragon riders and an entire dragon sport dedicated to dragons called Blazewrath. It's like really big and global, like the Olympics, and our main character is trying out for Team Puerto Rico, and it's their first time having Puerto Rico in the Blazewrath games. I really like the main character so far. She seems like just a very nice average teen, ambitiously pursuing her dreams to join the Blazewrath games. There's a character that has been mentioned on page, and either he went missing or his dragon went missing. The whole point was like every time he was mentioned, his archetype and everything was super interesting and very cool. So I'm hoping that he plays a more major role in it. And I did not know that this book had witches and like sorcery, and it's still in a contemporary setting, but you're seeing what happens when you put magic in our contemporary setting. The main character is not a witch, but her best friend is, and there's like wands, and they're going to like a wand museum or something like that for a jerk named Todd's birthday. There's a person named Todd, hate him, do not like him. Those are my initial thoughts. After that, they'll be a little less specific because I don't want to make this a spoiler vlog. It's going to be a little bit more nuanced. For this vlog, I think I'm going to try and keep it to just 3 books. So I'm reading Blazewrath games, and then the 2 books I brought up earlier. Beast Warrior finally won on the Instagram poll by like 1 vote too. So you guys really were keeping me at the edge of my seat. We have Discord sprints starting on Monday. I might try and toss some Twitter sprints in there too. I have it on the calendar, but we'll see if I continue the Twitter sprints. Last year when we did Twitter sprints, there wasn't as much participation as with the Discord and obviously the live shows. We'll see on Twitter, but for tonight, I'm gonna read a couple more chapters of Blazewrath games, and then I think starting tomorrow morning is when I will start Beast Warrior. My mind is being like drawn to Blazewrath games right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and just follow that instinct. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Hello and good morning. Oh, my fridge. It makes noise. Sorry, I'm trying to get my fridge to... Shut up. Hello and good morning. Hello and good morning. I'm the first one up right now because it's pretty early, but we have Twitter sprints, which I said I was going to try out. If even one person participates, like I'll continue to do them. It's only if no one participates. So I'm going to get some coffee. I'm starting on Beast Warriors today because it was finally voted upon. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I'm not fully awake yet, so I'm going to make some coffee, start Twitter sprints, excuse the kitchen behind me. We'll also be cleaning the kitchen today. That is my main agenda piece, and I'm not looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and read first. Coffee first, then reading. we are in our 5-minute break and 2 people did like the post, so I'm counting that and I'm assuming people are reading along with me. I need to wash my face though because I can see like I'm like slow blinking. I mean, I also just look like this right now, but that's not gonna change. Hopefully my glasses will be in soon. I am supposed to have glasses and I have not had glasses for a long time, and I think that's also contributing to my eye soreness. I also write a lot, so I just need glasses. But for right now I'm going to wash my face and hope that helps, and then scurry off to do more sprints. Hello. We're in our last round of sprints and I just got further in Blazewrath games. I got to chapter 5. I did not get my reaction last night because I was in bed, but I did read a little bit further, like the next page further in Blazewrath games, and I think I might have some bad instincts when it comes to choosing favorite characters. I don't want to spoil anything, but like I was excited for a character before and I'm now reading like one page later, I'm like, well, Jade's initial reaction was to pick a terrorist as her favorite character, so I don't know what happened there. I usually have really good instincts with characters. Like I'm usually like, oh, I like this character, and then like I invest in them and then it's a lot of fun and then they die. But I'm gonna have to choose a new favorite because like this is like 5 pages in and I'm not going to stand this person. Look out for me trying to choose a new favorite character, but because the main character is always fun, but they're the main character, so I like choosing like a supporting character to like really get behind and stuff like that, which seems like I'm setting myself up for failure because who's the first to die? Not the main character. I don't know. This seems really like light and fun. I really like the dragons. We were introduced to our first dragon and it is cool. I like that there's different types of dragons, so each region has its different dragons. A non-magical person usually, can only bond with a dragon if it's from the same culture. So that's our prompts. We have dragons and then we have our global prompts, and it's like the author is bonded to the dragon. It fits the theme perfectly, and I just want to say on camera, I had nothing to do with this. I was reading Beast Warrior. I read the prologue and part of the first chapter. I just need to get into that world, but I did end up picking this back up also just because I want to read all of my dragon books all at once. That's not going to happen. All right, I'm gonna finish the last round of sprints and then the whole day is spent cleaning, so I'll be cleaning. This is my only preview for the day. I don't know what else we'll be doing. I hope more. This is supposed to be a montage. I just cracked up because this is the second TBR video where someone has mentioned, they're like, so the prompt is poetry and I'm not doing that. And I've just laughed because I am very much so the same way, but I think I might have even come up with the poetry prompt. Soleil found the dragon. I was like, this dragon likes poetry. Hey, there's a prompt we haven't done before. And I don't like poetry. I hear you, and I'm glad that you guys are doing your best to find your way around it. Anyway. Okay, my hair is back up because we're getting ready to clean. I know I said I wasn't going to start all my DraconAthon books at once, but because my other copies are physical and I will be cleaning a kitchen, I do have my audiobook that I'm starting, which is The Wolf of Oren Yaro. This is probably one of my most anticipated reads. I know I'm saying that about all my dragon books, but that's because they're all dragon books, and that's why I have an entire readathon dedicated to it. I'm going to put on this, which looks really derpy, but it's a Bluetooth headphone and it's really comfortable, and I don't care if I look derpy while I am cleaning because it's already a derpy activity. So I'm gonna start Wolf of Oren Yaro, and that will be me starting 1, 2, 3, 4 of my books in the first week. We're just gonna see what happens, guys. I don't know. You can't rely on me right now. actually understand a little bit more of what's going on right now, and like I can see kind of where the plot is going, but there is a bit of a mystery happening here. There's some very suspicious characters, but I don't know if everything is as it seems. There's runners and dragon riders. The runners have to take some sort of dragon scale to the goalpost after a certain amount of scores have been made. That's the sports aspect. Again, they're on dragons, so we're good. The nerds can still flourish here. All of the like dragon riders on the Puerto Rico team, each character's personality seems like super fleshed out. That's nice. And yeah, I'm gonna take a break from reading to go back cleaning, and I'm not montaging any more of that. It was getting gross. Like I stopped. I was like, I'm not giving you a before and after. This is not a cleaning commercial, so it's just real gritty hard work, and it's getting gross. Getting back to that, and I'm gonna put this away, but I am enjoying it. It's sweltering outside. It is very, very hot. I just wanted to do an update saying I read way too much of The Wolf of Oren Yaro. I like how I'm acting like it's a guilty pleasure when it's on my TBR, but I feel like I'm neglecting the other books. It's interesting to see people's different opinions on Blazewrath games. We have definitely a mixture. We've had someone who has read the entire book and did not care for it. We had someone who DNF'd within the first 2 chapters. I'm really, really enjoying it, and I also completely understand why some people are not. I think it has to do with not just the writing style, but the like voice of the character. The fact that she is a little bit more youthful. This is a YA novel, but it's such a messed up genre as far as like, it's not even a genre. That's the first problem. It's such a mess when it comes to like age ranges. Young adult can be a 15-year-old who's not a young adult, but a child, all the way up into an 18-year-old who is an adult and very young. Very different subject matters, and like all of it's a little messy. So this is what I would call a younger young adult versus an upper YA. Yeah, it is a little bit more juvenile, but it's not unrealistic to me as far as like how teenagers act and stuff like that. So I am having fun with Blazewrath games. Just wanted to say that. But I need to go back to it because I do find myself gravitating more towards adult books at this time. I'm noticing that Wolf of Oren Yaro is very different, very like my style. I am an adult, and I just enjoy other age ranges to read because I've been those ages, and it's fun to reflect back and feel nostalgia and also just hear a good story. So yeah, I'm going to read Blazewrath games, but first I am in the car, obviously, because I am picking up glasses. I'm going to be able to see. I'm going to be able to read better. I'm going to get less headaches. I am so relieved that I am getting glasses. I'm a little nervous because I haven't had glasses in a while, but I do need them. I need them very badly. Okay, I'm going to go do that. I think I might also go to the bookstore. I'm not entirely sure though. I don't want to false promise you. I'll flash this up on the screen if it's a lie. But right now I have high ambitions to go to the bookstore afterwards. Okay guys, I know this is gonna sound dumb, but I can see. Like, I can see. The difference, everything was so blurry and I had no idea. Oh, this is so much better. I have a second pair, but they're for the evenings. I have to get used to them. I don't think I can do the bookstore today. I feel like this is really disorienting and I need to just go home. No way. Sorry. I'm completely distracted by all of the dust molecules around me. How disgusting. Dead skin particles everywhere. Hi, sorry if you're crooked. I kind of just tossed the camera up there so I could have a conversation with you really quick because I just finished chapter 10 of Blazewrath games. Okay, so first off, I'm going to have to go back on one of the things I said earlier on about connecting with all the characters or the characters not getting confusing. Now that I've had some time with them on page and more of the plot has happened, it's actually become harder for me to differentiate some of the characters on the team. I understand having expansive characters because it's like a World Cup and you're having people from all around around the world and all of that. But Team Puerto Rico is starting to get a little muffled for me as far as which character is which in which situation. One of the characters really stands out as being mean and like an aggressive, like mean girl character, which is unfortunate. One of my least favorite tropes. It is realistic and sometimes it happens, so it's not like a dig in the book or the trope itself. It's just something when I come across it, I just greatly dislike it. That character is really clear. There is a character I really like, but I don't really know much more about him besides the fact that he is queer and seems really nice like on page, but I'm not like connected to him. I don't know what his story arc is or anything like that. And I don't really even remember his name. He only speaks Spanish, so I know when he is on page by that differentiation, and I liked that that was added in, but I'm not really getting a sense of the other characters. I think that there's actually 2 more girls and possibly 1 or 2 more boys, and I could not tell you what their names are or like be able to point one of them out. One of them eats grapes, another one I did like when we were introduced to a whole bunch of side characters though, because the scene and again the world building is a lot of fun for me. So we just went to like a socialite party with a whole bunch of the different people for the World Cup, kind of like the Olympic Village where like all of the different athletes get to meet and talk. That's been my favorite scene so far, is getting to see all these different characters interact, all the different worlds colliding and stuff like that, and seeing how this world has changed due to having magic and dragons within it. I did like one of the characters that was introduced. I think he is going to be a main character or play a larger part. He also seemed like he had a personality. So I don't want to say that none of the characters in this book have a personality. The main character definitely does. I don't know exactly how I feel about her. I don't dislike Lana, the main character. And then Takeshi is another character who, while not on page, feels pretty concrete. And then Andrew is a character we were just introduced to, and he feels like a very concrete, straightforward character. So hopefully there's more of that. I found their conversation really interesting, as I am not sure I am with the main character on this. I think that possibly I agree more with Andrew's perspective. So yeah, it's interesting not being on the same page with the main character. Metaphorically, of course. Literally and physically, I am on the same page as her. Mentally, we're in different spots. Oh, also, these are my other glasses. It's kind of low lighting. I don't know if you can actually see them, but they're really, really comfortable. I like the bigger frames because I can't see the frames in my peripheral vision, so it feels like I'm not wearing glasses. So yeah, I would say tell me what you think, but I am terrified to know. Oh wow, insane how much more I can see. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I can see. Oh, I guess I'm not leaving this conversation. It has also helped me dyslexia-wise so much because I'm not looking at blurred letters on top of it. It's really hard to explain my dyslexia because it's not just like words aren't backwards or the letters aren't backwards. It's called wave dyslexia, so I'll have one word kind of go up to a different word, and they might blend together, and not being able to see makes the words blurry on top of jumbled, so it's just really, really difficult. I noticed a huge increase in like how long I was able to read without my eyes getting tired. I had a headache earlier today because I guess my eyes are getting used to the glasses, but it was very different from how tired my eyes have been. Great life improvement, and yeah, gonna set this down. I actually kind of have a little bit of a writing bug. This is not a writing vlog, but I've been feeling it all day. I have some characters in my own book that like I really like to be with and around, and I kind of miss them. In reading other books and being with other people's characters, like it does give me kind of a sense of like, it's not necessarily always inspiration, but I do almost get like a homesickness. Like I'm like, oh, I wanna look at my characters. Like, do I need to possibly improve with them? Do they feel fleshed out? I think I might be doing that for the rest of the evening, which definitely kind of takes me off track. There's no hard deadlines except for the end of the month, so we'll just see. It's really nice outside right now. It was hot all day, but it has cooled off in the evening, and I think, yeah, I might do some tea and some writing. But I am late for sprints. Discord sprint starts in 1 minute, and I am doing so coffeeless, so bear with me. Yeah, I'm fine. actually different sprints. I am in sprints, but now I'm in the afternoon sprints that happen on Discord on Wednesdays. I double up because it seems like Wednesdays a lot of people were available either in the morning or the evening. This is me trying, but I have gotten further in Blazewrath games. I am on chapter 21 of Blazewrath games, and there was a content warning earlier on. I think I put it in my notes here. In chapter 16 for a seizure, and then in chapter 21, I would say that there's a content warning for child captivity and experimentation. If those are things that bother you, I'm just making you aware. Quite a bit has happened. I'm not sure on all the execution of how things happened. I definitely like the character Andrew. I feel like he is one of the most grounded characters. I enjoy him. I also wish that a character that was introduced earlier on played a more major role. So far, it's just been some cameo phone calls, and so that's kind of a bummer. The world building in this book is what makes it for me. It's a magical world with dragons and wands in it, and that might feel really reminiscent to another series. And while I understand those commonalities obviously being compared, I also think that Amparo Ortiz has definitely made this world her own. Even if there is influence in there, I think that Puerto Rican dragon riders in a World Cup setting is a really original idea, and that those kind of commonalities are going to come up in any sort of contemporary with magical elements thrown in. You're just going to come across that. There are regulars, are non-magic users. You have wand shops, but it's like a wand company, and the wands like fly to you. But Amparo Ortiz seems like she is doing her own spin on it, and a spin we haven't seen before from an author, especially an author of color, and especially with so many wonderful queer characters. While we might have seen some of these things before, we haven't seen it in this setting with these characters and these dynamics. So I really applaud her on that, on going ahead and going for it and making her own book based off of things that she thought would make a better magical world. I'm having fun with this and I'm enjoying it. It's definitely, I don't think, a 4 or 5-star read for me, but I would definitely recommend it to other people. Lana is definitely not my favorite main character, but she's not terrible. I think she's 16 and she does a lot of 16-year-old things. The author does a really good job. A lot of the choices she makes I disagree with, and at the same time I'm like, that seems realistic. So, and I think that it does fit all of the prompts really well and some of the things it's talking about. So that's it. Oh, ow. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I thought you were filming. I am. You're just being, oh, hurry up. I'm not even making noise. You are making noise and you're distracting, and I have to talk about the Wolf of Oren Yaro. I also finished the Wolf of Oren Yaro. This was definitely my fastest read. It was on audiobook and I was going between 1.5 and 1.8 speed because that's what my brain hears and listens to, and otherwise it feels too slow. That was a crap ton of fun. I don't even know another word for it. I guess gory would be another word for it. The Wolf of Oren Yaro was not what I expected it to be at all. I was expecting to love it. I wasn't expecting the story that I got. The author does not shy away from changing locations, so if that's a thing for you and you're not as into that, we go everywhere. We have our main character who is essentially going to a different kingdom to meet up with her estranged husband and come up with a reconciliation because their own kingdom is falling apart and there is possibly a civil war, and she's trying to reconcile with him, and the conversation is a mess, and then an inciting incident happens that leads them to be separated once more, and it's her entire journey in trying to find him while also being really angry with him. And along the way she gets help from a thief. Definitely my favorite character. He's a thief and a con artist. Every single page that they had together was pure chemistry. In my first synopsis of the story, believed her to be like this really hard badass chick, you know, is a queen and she's running her kingdom which has dragons in the kingdom. And what I found out is that it's really like a lot more complicated than that. That is a persona and perception she has to put on as a queen of this really harsh, ruthless kingdom, and it's some of the layers she has to kind of pull back in order to communicate with the people around her. She's not being treated like a queen, so she is taken down a few notches, and everything that could go wrong to this woman definitely goes wrong. I didn't know what was going to happen next at all times. There was a plot twist that I feel like wasn't really a twist. It was kind of just another thing that happened to her, but there was never a time where I was super confused or disinterested. Disinterest never occurred. And then by the time we got to the end, something was finally revealed. It made the entire final scene hit home. I'm really excited to pick up the next one. I I honestly don't know how I'll wait. I'm going to try and get through the rest of my TBR first. I made the least amount of progress in Beast Warrior. I only made it to page 30 or chapter 3, but every time I was reading it, I was doing something else. Hosting sprints, or I was at dinner. I set it down a couple more times because of Wolf of Oren Yaro, so I think this will be my primary read for next week going in, and I'm really close to finishing Blazewrath games. So I'm actually expecting to finish Blazewrath games probably during our live show this Saturday, and then we're not really talking about Blazewrath games until the end of the month because it is our group book and we want to make sure people have time to finish it and everyone have constructive thoughts. You might catch a few more of my thoughts on Blazewrath games in the live show, but apart from that, we'll wait until the very end. And actually, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna end the vlog there. This feels like a really good stopping point, and I'm trying to do a new upload schedule where I upload on Mondays and Thursdays, possibly Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm just gonna kind of gauge it algorithm-wise. I have a video I just posted. It is my 5-star predictions. So once I am done with DraconAthon, I'm hoping to pick some of those up and put my rating where my mouth is. What am I saying? Hopefully prove myself right on those 5-star predictions. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying DraconAthon, and regardless if you are joining us or not, I hope you're enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye! Get a thumbnail. Shut up! I'm just trying to live my life and make a thumbnail. You inspire people. You influence.